Chapter 7 Interracial Relationships. There is the growing act of indulgence in interracial dating between our Black folks and other races. It has grown over time and it continues to grow in ways many of us might not have seen years ago. And how it is being handled and portrayed now than it was in past times. I find the entire ordeal quite interesting, actually, and it makes me wonder if anyone from 100 years back or 70 years ago could have envisioned this to be how the world will shape out or even have. It makes me wonder if anyone had the insight to think or believe that our Black sisters should have the opportunity to be with men of other races of color. It's their choice and right to do so without shame or guilt. As I have explained throughout this book, nothing about all I say or write or even draw has any form of racism-based theme attached to it. I barely seek to shed light upon facts and things that had occurred, which are still happening, and how they might shape us and turn out to be in the future. You can call me a Black visionary and fighter who intend to stand for the Black populace and its benefits at large. I will not stray from the topic at hand. I previously mentioned how different things are now and how they weren't the same with years ago or ages ago, when merely speaking with the other colored persons is a crime and treason. Humanity has grown and society has begun to find that balance we need to ensure a good deal of equity. For some of us who are reading this book and who maybe don't understand what I am trying to speak of, I will enlighten you some bit before I continue. Interracial dating has taken unexpected growth from being an abomination to becoming a sensation. It was taking some time to look back into the past. Many of our young people are taking for granted now, which happened to be a severe abomination and a practice that could lose or cost them their lives and respect. Yes, it was that bad to find a Black woman or Black man with white people in the past. It had treason or traitor attached to it. Isn't to say our Black people openly welcome the white ones into their homes either. It is sincere and accurate to say that there was no love lost between both sides, and it continued in danger, costing people their lives, homes, families, and many more. Losses couldn't have counted or weighed when one looks back at how dangerous it was to even think of the beginning and interracial dating. Talk less of getting married or planning a family. The beauty in current times is that things have changed and that times have mellowed away the worries. Isn't to say that issues still aren't there regarding marrying someone of a different race or skin color. There are still people opposed to it, and only time can or will tell if they too, along the line, or if their families to come or generations to evolve from them will find a better understanding of the subject matter. With this, you as a person who fancies interracial dating or an advocate for freedom can imagine how bad things used to be or how bad they were. You can see and note just how much we are now taking for granted and how some problems persist and underlie the entire ordeal of interracial dating or engagement. I will be tackling specific problems that our Black community, and which our Black sisters especially, are riddled by when it comes to interracial dating. These problems aren't all our doing, and it isn't as if we set about to get them done. But we have a part to play because of who we are and what we can achieve as a culture and as a race. If our Black sisters seek out interracial relationships as the way to go for their happiness, I cannot and will never stand against them. People have a free will to love who they love. They should not explain themselves on that basis. I see no reason why our sisters cannot find happiness or why they shouldn't be allowed a chance at it if our men aren't acting right or even allowing themselves to come through as though they are up to the task. I am from an all-Black family, and I understand the values and virtues that come with that. I grew up amid a responsible generation, and I can positively attest to or beat my chest about how excellent an opportunity it was and still is for me. I am glad my parents married one another and kept the family line from their ancestors. I look forward to marrying a Black lady someday too, and I hope it all goes well. I have friends who date white women or white men, depending on their sex, and I have no problem with it. I get to see the difficulties these friends tend to have or find in relationships to dating interracially. These problems are the building blocks for my intent to write this chapter. I want to help every Black sister out there in being able to locate and keep the right relationship. It is essential that our Black ladies get themselves into the right relationships and not ones that will demean them or make them feel unworthy of love. The guidance they need in ensuring that nothing topples their passion or cause them to make mistakes in the process of picking a mate. A Black woman should be valued, loved, and protected no matter what color her man is. Therefore, I am here to help. Let's begin with one of the primary reasons our Black sisters are rapidly getting into interracial relationships. Blacks seek greener pastures. I understand what it means to date Black women and how the entire process can come with its challenges. Sadly, these challenges don't often come from our Black sisters alone, but from the Black brothers as well. We both share ample blame and mention when we look at various reasons why our Black sisters seek out men of other races when our Black men still linger without relationships. Firstly, there's the problem of desire. You read that correctly. There is the problem of hunger. Most Black women tend to feel an immediate connection with Black men, and they even go as far as to indulge them and trust them with their hearts. I know some Black sisters have shown their interest in many brothers, but the outcome wasn't ever pleasing. Black brothers can be tough, and we aren't known to be soft-minded often. It terrifies our Black sisters that our Black brothers either exploit them or end up using them without showing the same level of desire our Black sisters shower on us when they show their vulnerability. This inability to reciprocate the desirability hurts our sisters and plunges them into attempting other races or trying to see if those will give them what they want. If I am to speak honestly, and if my Black brothers reading this book is to be sincere with themselves, we can all agree that an average Black brother isn't anywhere as reciprocal enough when it comes to affection and love. As much as what the Black sister offers to us, we honestly seem to find ways to derail and mess with the entire process until the other party gets hurt and leaves. I'm not saying all problems arise from our Black brothers alone, but I'm trying to tell us that we must do better for our women. When the Black sister offers us love, give it back to her in return and in many forms than what she had initially had given to you. When you do this, it limits our Black sister's chances of abandoning us to indulge in interracial relationships. Interracial relationships aren't bad. We love our Black sisters and want them for ourselves. Honestly, I know the level of jealousy shown by most of our Black brothers when they see our Black sisters with other white guys. They get angry and they get enraged because they know what value the Black sister carries. They understand the sort of virtue that comes with being with the Black sister, and they know how much worth she gives. When you take a good look at all of these, it becomes clear that we aren't the only ones who now recognize the values our Black sisters carry or which they come. We begin to see a pattern that interracial relationships are becoming more rampant because of one primary reason and one alone. These reasons are right there before our very eyes to see, if only many of us have the insight to perceive them. We will stop being so angry and misled about interracial relationships. White people see the positives in Black beauty too. The cat is out of the bag, and there's just no turning back now. Everyone recognizes the value of having Black women. White men see it too, which is a positive thing because our women bear recognition that they are unique. A recent study showed that Black ladies are rampantly dated by white men 3 times the number it was 10 years ago. Our ladies are prime entities and always had beauty. There is a common saying that it is impossible to hide smoke for so long. It is the same thing for our Black ladies. Sisters are now getting the recognition they deserve, but this also comes with some issues which we will be tackling hard soon enough. Secondly, some of our Black sisters are just tired of being treated poorly or maltreated. Let us face this but complicated truth that Black men aren't the easiest to deal with at times. Sisters can be aggressive and we end up hurting our Black sisters, which shouldn't be happening. Considering how precious our sisters are, we should seek better ways to handle them and take care of them rather than cast them into difficult situations in which they don't want to be involved with. Your surroundings can either help you or set you back. I love our Black sisters and I will always wish them well regardless. I never want them to suffer and I never want to see them go through any form of hurt from our Black brothers. And to the Black sisters marrying or getting involved with white men, we also have Black brothers going after white ladies. There are many reasons for this, but it is safe to say that we need to be careful and deal with things accordingly. Interracial dating isn't a thing of a joke, and it should hold a series of happiness, respect, and understanding. As Black brothers, when we come across white women whom we bear interest in, we should be sure of our purposes. We know what sort of fractions already exist between us and how badly things can turn if they go the wrong way. It does not help to be careless, and it does not contribute to place ourselves in conditions that aren't just unfavorable to us, but which will harm our future. As a Black man, if I find a white woman interesting enough to be with her, I will ensure I have no other strings with any pending Black lady because this can become a recipe for disaster fast. I will explain this soon enough, and I'm sure you will reason with me and gain my understanding too. Where love exists, the color shouldn't and cannot matter. Some of us Black brothers worry that dating a white woman or getting involved in some form of relationship with her is a bad idea. Our brothers and sisters still harbor this mentality that being with white people should not occur, and every time I come across people with this impression, I wish to enlighten them that their thoughts aren't right. When it comes to love and when it comes to matters of the heart, I believe color should never matter, and also everyone, and I mean anybody, is entitled to the right to choose who they want. Whatever shade of the skin they have should not matter. As Blacks, we have to come to terms with something we need to ill bear when we come across relationships. I understand there's a tremendous amount of water under the bridge. The memories from times past still don't help. But if there is one thing I know and understand as a Black man, love is unconditional. It is absolute and knows no sides or boundaries. It makes our Black sisters fall for white men and makes white women fall in love or even agree to be with our brothers. The tables have undoubtedly turned over time, and when you consider this, it becomes apparent that our Black society might not be doing enough to condone interracial relationships. Many of us still live in the past and don't want to step into the current times or even permit the possibility that our Black sisters can be with a white man. I understand their worries. Black brothers are only watching out for Black sisters, which we as Black brothers should expect to do every time. The level of unresolved anger and issues still drenching the Black brothers' hearts stemmed from ages when our Black sisters were forced to do the white man's bidding and even perform bizarre sexual acts without the Black sister being able to protest. These days, things are different in such light, and we have many white men being with our women to help them build stable homes and better lives as best as possible. The changes have been positive and a win-win for our Black sisters, and the non-Black men are in relationships. The situation is simple. The Black sister provides the white man with the ultimate love and affection she carried from having. She also gives him the opportunity of being the proud father to golden generation of kids who should have the best possible life they crave. Another bonus to our Black sisters becoming part of something new by marrying or dating white men is that it allows us to portray our race as a receptive race that holds no grudge whatsoever with or against anyone. We give the impression that we are a race of ethical virtues, which can only enhance our popularity as Blacks and our image. We see our Black sisters tripping with attitudes and getting enraged when their ex begins to date a white lady. These Black sisters might even do everything within their powers to ensure that such a relationship doesn't work out. They might also go as far as to threaten the white woman, hoping to allow love to lead their way to the Black man. Attacks on interracial relationships must be brought to an end promptly. Let love be the judge for those Black and white folks choosing to come together for the greater good. Don't sabotage interracial relationships, and I also believe it is high time for us to accept sincerely the fact that it can happen, and it is permitted to happen. The notion that allowing outsiders to be with our women would come with a great deal of dilution to our race is nothing but garbage. I know some Black people who believe in bringing hate to different people. Therefore, they make it their life's mission to destroy such relationships or even attempt to have it destroyed before it even begins. This isn't good enough, and especially when you choose to become this rotten egg. You should try and remember that when you decide to harm such relationships, you are also hurting our dear Black sisters who are in the relationship. It merely means we are hurting ourselves, and this is bound to hit hard and become a difficult pill to swallow for those involved. Interracial dating can become the means to earn a respected alliance. As a result of everything I have said so far, I'd like to implore our sensitive Black sisters who obviously wear their emotion on their sleeves and love our Black brothers so much that they don't want them to be taken away by white women. I want to implore them to respect such decisions when our Black brothers seek happiness. Interracial dating isn't a sin. The mainstream media hates when different colors of people come together. Yes, white people and Black people love one another. It is rapidly becoming a means to form a mesh between the two races or between two or more races without having to go through the endless turmoil our ancestors endured during the times getting together. It is becoming an object of peace and a means for souls to connect in genuine fondness for one another. I can only attempt to imagine how our Black sisters might feel about having their Black brothers get scooped away and into the hands of the white woman. While our Black sisters aren't racist, and this is a good thing, they still feel jealousy is overwhelming or attempting to overwhelm them in such cases. I have given it much thought, and it isn't a terrible thing, yet our sisters need to see the bigger picture. Our Black sisters need to see beyond their current scope of view because the world around us is rapidly changing and it is beginning to command a lot of these changes. These changes are becoming necessary because we as Blacks have always structured to be accommodating and love. We are the emblem of love. Blacks have always known to be the emblem of love, and as such, it is necessary for us still to allow attachment to grow and continue to fester positively. We are lovable and as such regularly command respect wherever we go. That includes our men also, and our women are always the source of desire as well. The mainstream media downplays desirability, believe that. God has structured it in how He has made us be from times past. There's no Black person out there who does not bear the genes of love inside them. This love is what makes us yearn and even seek for it outside of where we are or far off from our comfort zone. It is why we have our men reaching out, why our sisters branch out, and why we continue to form and make relationships every blessed day. There is also interracial dating, which I would like to speak on. I am referring to how our Black sisters handle Black brothers they come across, possibly with white women. It is prevalent to have our Black sisters get enraged or act unruly to these people, which I can understand, but I still cannot under any circumstance condone or accept. Being Black means peace, and it means love irrespective of the conditions or circumstances. We are the embodiment of love and accommodation of the highest order. If there happens to be anything we Blacks do not do, it is no to discrimination. Our Black sisters, I beg and implore you not to discriminate against these people having or indulging in interracial relationships. Look at the bigger picture, to be able to understand or to be able to perceive it at all. Look at the fact that as humans, we need to find happiness, and that this happiness we seek comes from companionship and the ability to find the right or matching soul. It is what makes Black men, Black sisters, and every other species out there in the universe look past their comfort zone or inner circle often when they seek such happiness. We cannot segregate ourselves when we seek love or want to find happiness. If interracial dating is wrong, or if getting involved with other races isn't right, then maybe we should look at what has become of some Black couples or families. I've come across many Black folks who cannot hold their relationship together because there isn't love there anymore, and you will find the truth, and this is common amongst us without a doubt. Love is a universal language we all need to speak. Learn to allow love to grow wherever it finds fertile ground. Allow love to bloom in the hearts of couples who aren't of the same race. We'll enable them to bolster such love so that it will adequately transform or translate, and then they will come across or to others who experience them. Our brothers have to learn to respect our Black sisters as well. They need to understand that our Black sisters are sensitive and emotional and shouldn't be cheated on or taunted by damning relationships. I have seen many Black brothers use our Black sisters and end up without being with them before opting for another lady of a different race. I am without prejudice regarding being with another race, but don't make our Black sister feel useless or unwanted. Don't make our Black sister struggle with her love or affection for you because it makes them into bad people they're not made to be. If being with a sister wouldn't work, then don't do it. There's no need for a brother to force themselves on a Black sister or to attempt or even go ahead and force a relationship out from a Black sister. It isn't right, and it only harms their self-esteem. If brothers don't love their women, move out of their life. Don't waste sisters' time. I've come across Black brothers who knows for sure that Black sisters aren't for them or cannot handle our Black sisters, but continue to seek relationships with them because of one personal gain or another. I see it as utterly wrong if I am to be sincere with you. It is not right and should not happen. But we live in a selfish world. Black brothers should not exploit any relationship from the other race as well. Nobody from either side should use a link as means to operate something from the other side. We all know what I am speaking. It is becoming common practice and it has to stop. There should be sincerity and a good sense of loyalty and commitment when you decide to fall in love or when you decide to be with someone, even if they aren't from your race. Cast aside the naysayers. Some people go about peddling rumors and even attempt to consistently propagate innuendos to deflate interracial relationships by purporting the Black brother in the most heinous light. These people do so to ensure Black brothers aren't allowed a shot at interracial relationships, and it is something I regularly come to see, and something I believe is beyond inappropriate. Some Black sisters do it to keep the Black brothers away from such relationships, and some Black brothers do it to Black sisters to tarnish their images and ruin their reputations. See, this has to come to an end. We need to stop putting each other down because we disapprove of how our brother or sister chose to find happiness. We are one, and the joy we all seek can come from varying sources. We never get to know where it will come from for each person, and karma has a way of making sure we understand what we dish out. Our Black sisters should learn to be happy for our Black brothers, and our Black brothers should be happy for our Black sisters when they decide to get into interracial relationships. There is nothing wrong with it, and in fact, history tells us that many great people have come through from such links. We should not feel frightened or worried about getting into interracial relationships. Happiness knows no color. As much as we know for sure that our Black sisters are superior, we should also rejoice because others know this, and why our Black sisters desired, and why our Black brothers wanted all the attention when so many of our men neglected our sisters. Interracial relationships help us clear off misconceptions and wrong notions that most people might have about our races. It helps us broaden our scope of acceptance and reasoning. At the same time, it negates any negative stain that our races might have accumulated over time due to my open views and level of understanding. All these play a role in ensuring that the Black race is respected and that it is appropriate. Many people are beginning to see us for what we are: elegance, finesse, and beautiful people. Our Black men are the leaders of strength, intelligence, and masculinity. Our Black sisters also get to become capsules of fantastic events when they birth a new race of children into the world through their precious wombs, something we all should be joyous to. We shouldn't harm one another or become enraged with our Black sisters or our Black brothers because of interracial dating. Interracial dating has many great people from all backgrounds and cultures. If there is anything the Black community preaches, it is love. We are all about love and nothing else. I don't like Black women called names like bed wenches because some of our females decide to love a non-Black man, and our women need to understand our men also have a right to love who we love, but I still prefer Black love. But I am open-minded that a lady of another color respects me. I would be open to dating non-Black women. During slavery and beyond, brothers and sisters got killed behind some interracial affairs. I will explain. If a white woman got caught fooling around with a Black man, more than likely that man was dead in the form of getting hanged from a tree or beat to death or shot with a gun. I still look at the Georgian trees and wonder if my people got hanged on the very branches of the same trees that are still standing tall and active in the very present day. Many innocent Black people died for all kinds of reasons. Being Black meant guilty, as I said earlier. Then you have some slave owners that raped little Black girls and boys, along with young ladies that got raped daily. Our Black men got raped by a white man and white women when they owned us as property. I will not just romanticize only one right part about interracial relationships. Some of our people were forced and murdered over it. Former United States President Thomas Jefferson had children by one of his enslaved women. Her name was Sarah Sally Hemings. They reportedly had 6 children, according to the New York Times. But America has many dark secrets still to be uncovered or not to be told to protect other prominent people. But I still feel most Black women were forced during slavery to have sex with white men. Sisters got abused and killed. I will tell the truth. We need to honor the innocent victims and make sure they will never erase the real facts from the unfortunate history of slavery and post-slavery. Some sisters got raped and impregnated by the white man every day. It is examples like this is why I testify that Black women have suffered more than any human on earth. But to those that love a different color, that's your right to do so. Love should have no limits because of the color of a person's skin or culture. But we Black men still need our sisters, and we too love our women. But I respect people's choices, love all people, and show everyone respect. Just be happy and don't worry about how other people view you. Don't let life pass you by. Don't matter if the person is Black or white or another color. Love who you love. But there are still great Black men sisters that can bring to you love, protection, and stability. The white man created the bed wench word and that wicked evil culture, not the Black man. I find it very disrespectful for any person to call a Black woman a bed wench regardless of who says it. People in general must stop using rude words used to hurt others and cut them down. The definition of bed wench was considered a low-status concubine of a slave or captive. African American vernacular, slang derogatory, potentially offensive. A Black woman who seeks white privilege. Love who you love, sisters, but never forget what happened to our sisters and brothers when getting involved in interracial relationships. How can a Black girl or woman be accused of being a bad witch when most raped and forced into rape before closing out this chapter? I would like to send a stern warning to both the Black man and the Black woman. If you decide to get involved and lay down with a white person sexually, learn that individual and their true intentions. Again, we are considered property, not human. But just because a sister sleeps with a white man doesn't mean that he is not racist. Many of them are racist, they just try to hide it, or over time it will show from their anger. Yes, many white men have sexual fetishes and not love for Black women. And those same white men, many of whom hate Black men, will use our people against each other to help restore order. And white women have lied against the Black men for centuries, and many pay the price of getting killed for doing nothing wrong. It is still going on in present day of 2021. A police call could mean a death sentence for some of our people. They always call the police on both the Black men and Black women. We have no real friends on the earth. It is us against the world. Even after post-slavery, Black people got murdered without justice. It was open season, and sadly, it's still open season against us in modern times. White people enjoyed the fruits of control by using our men as sex objects. Can I get an amen? These same white women never forget that they stood with white supremacy, not against its darkness of injustice. I cannot imagine the number of Black souls that died in America. White people never apologize for their white privilege. They all benefit from it every single day. Loving a white man doesn't mean he is better than a Black man. The Black King is the most original man of the four corners of the earth. No other man can say that in the world. Sisters, always love and remember that you are the most critical human in world history. What have I learned about expressing myself? Most people don't like the authoritative voice of a Black king like me speaking so sharply. I will not apologize to anyone. I talk with high confidence. I represent myself. This was my creation, sharing my thoughts with everyone. I feel a sense of freedom expressing myself in my brown skin. My readers should do the same. A Black woman will always be my first choice over any other woman. Black love still matters. To love our people and never forget the history of suffering our people faced.